An unidentified ship Decloaks, and it's fighting for humanity. The Deep Space Monitoring Station Sentinel-7 floated silently in Earth's orbit. Inside, Commander Hannah Kim stared at her screen with growing concern. Strange energy readings were coming from beyond Pluto's orbit. "Day, are you seeing this?" she asked, pointing to the flickering anomaly on her monitor. Communications Officer Day Park moved closer, his eyes widening. "Yes, Commander. I've never seen patterns like these before." The anomaly grew larger. Suddenly, space itself seemed to tear open. Through this rift emerged massive ships, at least 15 of them. Their hulls were dark and angular, covered with what looked like weapon systems. "Alert all Earth defense bases," Hannah ordered, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "And get me General Sue on the line." Within minutes, defense stations worldwide went to maximum readiness. Civilian news networks broadcast emergency alerts. The strange fleet moved with frightening purpose, maintaining perfect formation as they passed Neptune's orbit. "They're not responding to any hails," Day reported, frantically trying different frequencies. "I've tried all standard protocols and several theoretical first contact greetings." General Sue appeared on the main screen. Her face showed the strain of someone who realized humanity might be facing extinction. "Kim, what are we looking at? Hostile intent?" "Unknown, General. But they're ignoring all communication attempts and heading straight for Earth. Their formation suggests military precision. Military bases worldwide launched their spacecraft. Earth's combined defense fleet, nearly 200 ships, took position near Mars' orbit. They looked pitifully small compared to the alien vessels. In every major city, people gathered around screens or looked up at the sky. Some prayed, others said goodbye to loved ones. Most simply waited in stunned silence. The alien fleet slowed as it approached Mars. Earth's defense ships held position, weapons ready but not firing. "Maybe they just want to talk," whispered Day, hope evident in his voice. Then the lead alien ship fired. A bright beam of energy shot toward Earth's fleet. Before it could hit, something impossible happened. Space seemed to shimmer between the two fleets. A new ship appeared, as if stepping out from behind an invisible curtain. It was sleek and powerful, its design unlike either Earth vessels or the alien fleet. The mystery ship intercepted the energy beam with what appeared to be an advanced shield. "Where did that come from?" gasped Hannah. "Our sensors didn't detect anything there." A message broadcast across all Earth channels in perfect Korean, English, and every major human language. "Stand down. Earth is under our protection." The alien fleet responded with a full barrage. Energy weapons and what looked like missiles converged on the lone defender. Yet the mysterious ship's shields held. It moved with impossible speed, returning fire with precision. Its weapons caused no explosions. Instead, they seemed to disable the alien ship's systems. In just 3 minutes, 5 enemy vessels drifted powerless. The others pulled back, regrouping. "They're protecting us," whispered General Sue over the still open channel. "But who are they?" The mystery defender maintained position between Earth and the alien fleet. A new message came through. "People of Earth, we mean you no harm. We are the Terran diaspora. We were taken from Earth long ago, but we never forgot our home. The attacking fleet belongs to the Cora Collective. They harvest worlds. We have returned to prevent this from happening to our ancestral planet." Silence fell across command centers worldwide as humans processed this claim. These apparent saviors looked human in the grainy images they could capture, but with subtle differences. "Commander Kim," came General Sue's voice, "we're forming a contact team. You're to lead it. Prepare for shuttle launch in 30 minutes. Hannah looked at the mysterious ship on her screen. If these were truly humans who had been taken from Earth thousands of years ago, this day marked not just first contact with aliens, but a reunion with lost family. As she prepared for the mission, the alien fleet regrouped. Whatever happened, next would determine humanity's future among the stars. Commander Hannah Kim stood at the shuttle airlock, her heart beating fast. Behind her, 5 crew members waited silently: Security Chief Tae, Dr. Jin, Engineer Sung, Linguist Nari, and Pilot Hui. They were about to board the mysterious ship that had appeared from nowhere to defend Earth. "Remember," Hannah said quietly, We represent all of humanity now. The airlock opened with a soft hiss. They stepped into a brightly lit corridor. The walls glowed with a soft blue light that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. The air smelled fresh, like a forest after rain. "This technology is beyond anything we have," whispered Engineer Sung, running his hand along the smooth wall. "But something about it feels familiar." They followed the corridor until it opened into a large circular room. 5 people waited there. They looked human, but with subtle differences, slightly taller, with eyes that reflected light differently. A man stepped forward. "Welcome aboard the Stellar Guardian. I am Captain June." His Korean was perfect, but with an accent none of them had heard before. Security Chief Tae kept his hand near his weapon. "You claim to be human, yet you appeared out of nowhere with technology far beyond ours." Captain June nodded. "Your caution is wise. We are the Terran diaspora, descendants of humans taken from Earth thousands of years ago by beings we came to know as the Collectors." "Impossible," Dr. Jin said. "I understand your skepticism," replied a woman who introduced herself as Science Officer Minji. "Let me show you something." She led them to a wall that transformed into a display. It showed DNA sequences, side by side. "This is your DNA," she explained, pointing to one sequence, "and this is ours. The differences are minimal, less than would be expected after thousands of years of separate evolution." Dr. Jin studied the display, her professional curiosity overcoming her disbelief. "These markers here, they're definitely human, but with adaptations I've never seen before. The Collectors took humans from many ancient civilizations," Captain June continued. "We believe they were conducting long-term studies on human adaptability. Our ancestors were placed on a world similar to Earth, but with higher gravity and radiation levels." "Where are these Collectors now?" asked Hannah. "Gone. Their civilization collapsed about 500 years ago. We inherited some of their technology and developed much of our own." "And the ships that attacked us?" asked Tae. "The Korra Collective. They're an expansionist empire that harvests habitable worlds for resources. They've been moving through this sector of space for centuries. We've been monitoring Earth, waiting for humanity to reach a technological threshold before making contact." "The Korra attack forced our hand," added Minji. "We could not allow our ancestral home to fall." Hana looked around the ship, taking in the advanced technology. "If you're telling the truth, why hide from us until now?" Captain June's face showed sadness. "Our policy was non-interference until you reach certain technological milestones, but there's more." He hesitated. "There are factions among our people who believe Earth humans are primitive. That contact would contaminate our culture." "Yet you're here," said Hannah. "Not everyone agrees with isolation. Some of us believe our strength comes from our human adaptability, something the Korra fear. That's why they attack human worlds first." Engineer Sung, who had been examining a control panel, looked up suddenly. "These systems, they're based on quantum principles we've only just begun to theorize about." "Yes," said an older man who introduced himself as Elder Yu. "Your scientists are on the right path. Given time, you would have developed similar technology." An alarm sounded. A younger crew member rushed in. "Captain, the Korra fleet is regrouping. They're calling for reinforcements." Captain June turned to Hana. "The Korra will return with more ships. Alone, neither of us can withstand them. Together, we might have a chance. Will your people fight alongside us?" Hana looked at her team, then back at these strange relatives from the stars. "If you're truly our lost family, then yes, Earth will stand with you." "Then we have much to prepare," said Captain June. "The Korra will return soon, and when they do, they'll show no mercy. It's time for both branches of humanity to remember what makes us strong, our ability to face impossible odds together." As they began planning Earth's defense, Hana realized humanity's place in the universe had forever changed. They were no longer alone, and their long-lost family had returned just when they needed them most. The news of the mysterious defenders spread quickly across Earth. Not everyone believed the diaspora's story. Many government leaders called it a trick. Perhaps these space humans had staged both sides of the battle to win Earth's trust. Commander Hana found herself caught between worlds. She sat in a meeting room aboard the Stellar Guardian with Captain June, watching Earth's leaders argue on multiple screens, they fear what they don't understand, said Captain June calmly. It's a human trait that has survived in both our branches. Hannah nodded. Give them time. Fear is natural, but so is curiosity. Engineer Sung was having a different experience. The diaspora had opened their engine rooms to him, and he moved excitedly between glowing power cores and control panels. Our theories were right, he told Diaspora Engineer Ho. We just didn't have the materials to build it yet, Ho smiled. Your quantum theories are heading in the right direction. With some adjustments, we can modify your ships to be more effective against Cora weapons. On Earth, factories worked day and night, building new weapons based on diaspora designs. The two branches of humanity found they worked well together. Earth humans were creative and questioned everything, while diaspora humans had discipline and experience. Security. Chief Tai remained suspicious. He watched as diaspora crew members moved freely around Earth's main defense station. They know all our weaknesses now, he told Hannah during a private call. If this is a trap, we're walking right into it. I've been aboard their ship for a week, Hannah replied. I've seen their historical records, their family trees going back thousands of years. Either it's the most complex deception ever created, or they're telling the truth. 7 days after the first attack, the sensors detected new energy signatures. The Cora had returned with 3 times as many ships. They've called in their central fleet, Captain June said grimly. They rarely commit so many resources to one target. Earth's newly upgraded defense fleet took position alongside the Stellar Guardian. Pilots from both branches of humanity had trained together, learning each other's tactics and strengths. The Cora attacked without warning. Their weapons tore through space, more powerful than before. 2 Earth ships exploded immediately. The Stellar Guardian took heavy damage to its starboard side. They've adapted to our defenses, called Minji over the communication system. They're targeting our shield generators specifically. Earth ships moved into new formations, protecting each other as they'd practiced. The smaller, more maneuverable Earth vessels drew fire, while the larger ships counterattacked. In the command center, Hannah and Captain June directed the battle together. The diaspora's experience combined with Earth's unpredictable tactics was working until the Cora unleashed a new weapon. A massive energy pulse spread across the battlefield, disabling systems on multiple ships. The Stellar Guardian's lights flickered. Half the Earth fleet drifted powerless. Electromagnetic pulse, but far stronger than anything we've seen, said Engineer Ho. Our main systems are protected, but weapons are offline. The Cora ships moved, in for the kill. Their largest vessel positioned itself to fire directly at Earth's main defense platform, where thousands of personnel coordinated the planet's defenses. Captain June made a decision. All power to engines. Position us between that battleship and the Earth station. Your shields are at 20%, Hannah protested. You won't survive a direct hit. Then we die protecting our ancestral home, said Captain June simply. The Stellar Guardian moved with surprising speed for its damaged condition. It placed itself directly in the path of the Cora flagship's main weapon. The enemy fired. The blast struck the diaspora ship fully. Its shields collapsed immediately. Sections of hull peeled away into space. But it had worked. The Earth station remained intact. Earth's remaining operational ships launched a desperate counterattack. The battle raged for hours more, but eventually the Cora retreated, leaving behind several destroyed vessels. The Stellar Guardian limped into Earth orbit, barely operational. Captain June had survived, though many of his crew had not. In the aftermath, Earth's leaders came to a new understanding. These strangers had sacrificed themselves for Earth. Whatever doubts remained were fading fast. We'll help repair your ship, Hannah told Captain June as medical teams treated the wounded. And then, we need to talk about taking this fight to them. The captain nodded weakly. The real war has just begun, but for the first time I believe humanity might win it together. The Stellar Guardian hung in Earth orbit like a wounded animal. Its once sleek hull was now scarred with blast marks. Inside, humans from Earth and the diaspora worked side by side, repairing systems and rebuilding damaged sections. Commander Hannah spent most of her time on the ship, learning everything she could about diaspora technology. She found Engineer Ho in what they called the memory chamber, a room filled with artifacts from Earth's ancient past. "These are real," Hannah said with wonder, carefully lifting a clay pot with markings from the Korean Peninsula. "Carbon dating confirms it. Nearly 4,000 years old." Ho nodded. "Our ancestors were allowed to bring a few items from home. They've been our most precious treasures, passed down through generations." Elsewhere on the ship, Earth scientists worked with diaspora engineers, rapidly advancing human technology. What might have taken decades was happening in days. "Our basic principles are the same," explained Engineer Sung to a group of Earth technicians. "We just had more time to develop them." Captain Jun recovered slowly from his injuries. During his recovery, Strategic Officer Yoon took command. She worked closely with Earth's military leaders, sharing intelligence about the Korra. "They're not as strong as they appear," Yoon explained, showing star maps to General Su. "Their empire is stretched thin, fighting on multiple fronts against other species." "Why attack us at all, then?" asked General Su. "Because you're human," Yoon said simply. "Something about human neurology allows us to innovate in ways other species cannot. The Korra have orders to eliminate human worlds whenever found." "Orders from whom?" asked Hana, who had joined the meeting. Jean hesitated. "We're not certain. The Korra themselves may not know. They receive directives through ancient communication networks." As the Stellar Guardian's repairs progressed, a bold plan formed. Intelligence gathered from captured Korra ships revealed a key staging area where their fleet regrouped between campaigns. "If we strike there," Captain Jun said, now back on his feet, "we could cripple their operations in this entire sector." The plan required stealth and surprise, two things humans excelled at. Earth vessels were smaller and less detectable than diaspora ships. They would lead the attack using modified cloaking technology based on diaspora designs. For 2 weeks, pilots from both branches of humanity trained together in simulators. They learned to combine Earth's unpredictable tactics with diaspora's advanced technology. The day of the attack arrived. 50 Earth ships and the repaired Stellar Guardian jumped to a position near the Korra staging area. "Remember," Hana told the fleet commanders, "we need prisoners and intact systems. This is about gathering intelligence as much as dealing damage." The Earth ships moved in first, using their new cloaking technology to approach undetected. When they were in position, they launched a synchronized attack on the Korra's sensor arrays. The Korra were caught completely by surprise. Their ships scrambled to respond, but without their sensors, they fired blindly into space. The Stellar Guardian then decloaked directly in the middle of the Korra fleet. Its weapons had been modified based on what they'd learned in the previous battle. Each shot disabled rather than destroyed. Within 30 minutes, the battle was over. Half the Korra fleet drifted powerless in space. The rest had retreated, or been destroyed when they refused to surrender. Hana led a team aboard the Korra flagship. They fought their way to the command center and secured it. In the ship's database, they found something unexpected. Communications from an unknown source, directing Korra activities across the galaxy. "These aren't military orders," said linguist Nari, studying the transmissions. "They're more like programming." Captain Jun reviewed the data himself. His face grew serious. "The Korra aren't the real enemy. They're pawns of something older and more powerful, a species that fears humans specifically." "Why would they fear us?" asked Hana. "Because human adaptability is unique. Given enough time, humans might evolve beyond their control." He pointed to star charts showing Korra attack patterns. Every target has been a world with human populations or human-like species. As they returned to Earth with their captured ships and new information, Hana realized the war had just become much larger than defending one planet. Humanity was fighting for its right to exist in the galaxy, and they still didn't know who their true enemy was. The news of the Korra defeat spread quickly. Earth celebrated its first victory against an alien threat. But for those who knew the full truth, the celebrations felt hollow. The real enemy remained hidden, pulling strings from the shadows. In the weeks that followed, Earth and diaspora relations grew stronger. The Stellar Guardian became a symbol of their alliance, a ship crewed by both branches of humanity. Commander Hana was officially named ambassador to the diaspora, working alongside Captain June. Our cultures developed differently, but our core remains the same, Hana observed during a quiet moment on the observation deck. Earth hung blue and beautiful below them. Yes, agreed June. We fight not just to survive, but for each other. That's what makes humans different from many species we've encountered. Earth scientists and diaspora engineers continued their collaboration. They created new hybrid technologies that neither group could have developed alone. Earth ships were retrofitted with advanced drive systems. Diaspora vessels incorporated Earth's more creative weapons designs. The first diplomatic summit between Earth nations and diaspora colony worlds took place in orbit. 12 diaspora worlds sent representatives, each a distant colony of humans, adapted to different environments over thousands of years. We evolved separately, said Elder Yu during the opening ceremony. But today, we are one people again. Not all the news was positive. Intelligence gathered from Cora ships painted a disturbing picture. The mysterious force controlling the Cora had been manipulating galactic events for millennia, keeping emerging species isolated and divided. They target anyone who might challenge their dominance, explained Strategic Officer Yoon. But they fear humans most of all. Why us? Asked General Su. Our brain structure, replied Captain June. Humans make mental connections other species don't. We see patterns differently. Given enough time, we might evolve beyond their control. As Earth prepared to take its place in galactic affairs, representatives from other alien civilizations arrived. Some came in friendship, drawn by stories of how this previously unknown species had defeated the dreaded Cora. Others came to assess the potential threat. A tall, crystalline being who called itself Ambassador Zell met with Hana and June. Its translated voice hummed with curiosity. Your victory against the Cora was unexpected, it said. Many worlds have fallen to them. How did yours survive? We had help, said Hana, nodding toward June. Interesting. Two branches of the same species, reunited after thousands of years, fighting as one immediately. Most species would war among themselves first. That's not our way, said June simply. The formal signing of the Sol Diaspora Alliance took place in a great hall built specifically for the occasion. Earth leaders and representatives from all 12 diaspora worlds gathered. The document declared Earth the ancestral home of all human colonies, with equal protection and rights for all human branches. In private chambers after the ceremony, alien observers filed reports about the unexpected alliance. They call it the human factor, Captain June told Hana as they watched stars from the Stellar Guardian's bridge. Throughout galactic history, few species have demonstrated our capacity to adapt and unite when threatened. And that's why they fear us, Hana realized. Not because of what we are now, but what we might become. Yes, the road ahead won't be easy. The enemy remains hidden, and the Cora were just their pawns. But for the first time in millennia, humanity stands united and ready. As the Stellar Guardian prepared for its next mission, this time with a mixed crew of Earth and diaspora humans, Hana looked out at the stars with new eyes. Humanity's future would be written among those distant points of light. And whatever challenges awaited them, they would face them together, as one people finally reunited after their long separation.